Hello everyone, John Haste here, and today I'll show you how to custom map your DJ controller to play DJ Live Simulator. Okay, so if you have a DDJ Flex 4 or a DDJ 400, these are DDJs from Pioneer, you don't have to worry, the game's already mapped. You just have to plug in the USB and not have Rekordbox opened, okay? That's very important. You have to install the drivers, but then close Rekordbox and open the game. But what I want to show you guys today is if you have a different type of controller, for example, this one, Hercules Impulse. That's a different type of controller. If you're using like Hercules, Traktor, Numark, these different types of controllers, you will need to do a custom mapping. And that's what I'll be showing you guys today, okay? So you just come here and it will appear that message. This controller requires custom mapping, DJ Control Impulse. So I'm going to click here, or I could also go to settings and come to this tab called controls and gear, right? So I'll select my controller and I'll do the custom mapping here. And that's basically very simple. You just have to click and then press a MIDI key corresponding to what you want it to do. Okay, so most of the keys here are the same. They're very, very similar, and the positions also very similar to the DDJ 400, but some are a little bit different. So today I'll show you an example using the control impulse. So for example, load track on deck 1. That's the button that loads tracks. So it would be this one, load on the left side. Play pause, it's this one. Q is the one always over the play. Loop in, here I have loop in, right? Loop out is the one that sets the end of a loop, and exit is when I want to leave the loop. So for example, here I don't have a loop exit. I don't have exit loop. So I'm going to use this one, vinyl, for example. Sync, here I have the sync button. Load track on deck 2. Now it's just the same thing, but on the other side. I'll just repeat everything that I have just done on the right side. And then after I finish all these ones, I have to start with the knobs. Knobs are these buttons that you turn, okay? So, for example, crossfader is the one right here, crossfader. Then I have deck 1 volume, it's this side. Deck 2 volume, it's this side. Music selector is what you're going to use to select the songs, to go through them. Deck 1 high EQ, what is that? It's the high equalizer. 1 is always left side and 2 is always the right side. So I'll just come here. The same now for the right side. The mid is the one here. It says mid, the mid frequencies. Then the right side, low for the low frequencies, low frequencies on the right side, okay? And tempo sliders to track, to define the speed of a song. So here, tempo, just move it a little bit. Deck 2, and sound color effects, also known as filter, depending on your equipment. So filter on the left, filter on the right. And if somehow you're using some different type of gear that some things are reversed, for example, crossfader, if you move to the left and it moves to the right, or vice versa, you just select this one. Tempo slider, also the same. If you move your tempo slider up and in the game you see it moving down, just click here and it will be reversed. And also jog direction. If you move to the right and it goes to the left, just click here and it will reverse. Don't worry, you just have to do it once. And that's the example for Hercules. If you're using a CDJ, for example, 2 CDJs and a mixer, you can also play with the game. Just have to do the custom mapping once, okay? So if you have, for example, 3 devices connected, this number 3 here will be available and you will just select it. For example, here I can just press 2 and then I just have to select which equipment I want to use and I will just do the custom mapping. No, don't worry, I can have like the same buttons if I want to. Let's say I want to play with a friend, 2 players. I will play with my controller, he will play with his controller. I can just come here and do the mapping with all the buttons and we can play on both controllers. That's how you do the custom mapping. And if for some reason, let's say you had this one, but then you purchased a DDJ 400 or a Flex 4, you can just come here and press reset controllers. One device, reset controllers. It will reset to all previous positions, the base ones, which are from for DDJ 400 and DDJ Flex 4. Okay, so that's how you do the custom mapping here. It's very simple. It's just basically clicking and then pressing buttons on your controller, and it should work fine. Okay, if your computer is not detecting your equipment, there's a big section here to fix your controller. For example, if you remove it, you can just click here on the fix, and it will appear, like, for example, if there's no sound, if your controller is not being recognized. But usually it's that, you just have to have the drivers installed and not have the software opened. For example, Rekordbox shouldn't be opened, Dejuiced, Serato DJ, you have to have them off before you open the game, and it should work fine. Okay, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. If you don't have the game yet, I will also leave a link in the description for you to acquire the full version of the game. It's pretty cool. Now you can even play with your own tracks imported from your computer or from Rekordbox, customize your DJ, and we also already have 10 lessons in the Academy mode. It's looking pretty good. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.